Hi. So I was hanging out with my family this past week, and they were just kind of chatting with each other and joking around, and everyone started making fun of how cheap I was, and they kept on bringing up things I've done in the past and compared cheap stories like, well, remember the time she did this and remember the time she did that? Oh my gosh, she's so cheap, 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 cheap. So I thinking, I'm not cheap. That's not true. But maybe. So I started thinking, well, what can constitute cheap? I don't know. So then my friends and family helped me to compile a small list of things that they would consider cheap and I would consider normal, really normal. One of which is I don't like to pay my PG&E bill. I don't. Gas, you can't see it. You don't know what you're paying for. It's confusing. So I feel like I don't want to pay for it. And well, what I do to avoid paying my PG&E bill, I wear my hat and my jacket. I just keep really warm. I wear my Uggs. Sometimes I wrap my dog around my neck. She howls a little, but I think in general, she keeps me warm, and that's what dogs are good for. That's how I keep my bills down, and I think it's smart. Some people think it's cheap. Well, I love my dogs. I think they're great, but I'm a little lazy, so I just buy the food once a year. I go to an outlet, a doggy outlet, and I buy a huge sack of dog food. I pay $20, and my dog eats it for the entire year. Yeah, she complains and she begs for other types of food, but I think that's not important. I think what is important is, she gets her nuggets. I don't want to confess this because it, you know, the secret will be out. But I'm a regifter. You give me gifts and I put it aside in my box of gifts, and I wait until someone's birthday comes along and I take your gift and I wrap it and I give it to the other person. Or I crochet or knit things for you. And I say it's because it's handmade and it's more special. Or I just give hand-me-downs and say it's heirloom and I give it to you. I don't think it's cheap. I think it's being a responsible person who is aware of the environment and therefore not consuming, but sort of recycling. Recycling gifts, creating gifts with your hands versus buying a bunch of like mass-produced consumer crazed things. My friends are very nice and they're very generous and they always want to take me to fancy restaurants, and I appreciate that. I do. So to reciprocate, I always have them come to Kieu-Ling. That's right. I never take my friends out. Sometimes I take my students because they make me, but that's okay. But I have them come to my house, and lucky for them, I can cook decently, but I would never take out my friends because it costs money, honey. And I have fresh ingredients, organic, and it's delicious. Why would I take you out? It's just not gonna happen unless you beg and scream and call me cheap, in which case I think about it. Maybe. I have a lot of pair of shoes. Reason being, I don't throw anything away. Well, okay, no, I throw some things away. Now I do, because my friends say that I'm a pack rat and I need to throw things away. So I do. But I generally don't throw things away. What I do is I fix things. So I fix my shoes and I fix my clothes, and I just gather up everything, and then at some point I take them to the shoe repair place or the tailor, and I get it all done. So I have shoes that are like 20 years old that has like 3 different soles that's been put on them over the years. Does that make me cheap? Ooh, it sounds kind of bad. Anyway, those are some of my confessions, and I'm not quite sure they're cheap. They do sound bad, but if you know me, you know all these things to be true. So I'm wondering if, one, you think I'm cheap, and two, if you could tell me things that you think make you sound cheap, but you may not actually be cheap, or things that you think you're cheap at. Just give me your cheapy stories. Send me a video response, or make comments. Oh, this is the part where I talk about, I talk to you like I actually have an audience. And I actually have people who respond with video and stuff. This is the part that I pretend. Okay? Hi, Simo.